Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. I'm really excited this week because I've been working on my geeky costumes for Emerald City Con in Seattle. And then also we're going to Seattle to visit my cousin who lives there. My cousin and my sister and I are all going as X-Men characters for one day and then Last Unicorn characters for another day, 2 days. So I wanted to vlog my costume creation. My rogue costume is just kind of one that I bought online that I really like. So I kind of cheated on that one. But my other costume is the Red Bull from The Last Unicorn. So I, have been like gluing and spray painting and doing all this crazy stuff. I wanted to film the process of me doing all that, but it just didn't work out. It was kind of a fury of trying to decide what I'm gonna do, not knowing, I was kind of at a loss the majority of the time. I just knew I wanted to be red and I needed horn. I can kind of show you some of the elements of my outfit that we worked on and kind of show what we did, and then how I had a wardrobe malfunction towards the end and we had to change the whole plan, but it came together thanks to Craig's help. So those of you that geek out over like cons, as in cosplay, comic-cons, whatever you want to call it, apparently Craig's home, you will think this is fun and cool, but everybody else, you might just like want to skip this video because I'm kind of geeking out. I do it for the costumes. I love the costumes. I cannot sew though, so that's like my big issue. I'm good at hair and makeup, but I can't sew. So I hot glue and I staple my way into a costume one way or another. So I'll show you the elements of my Red Bull costume. It's not Red Bull the drink. It's the Red Bull from The Last Unicorn, which my cousin deserves all the credit for that idea because I had never even seen it until recently. Here's some elements from that. So first I have these horns and ears, which don't really look like much, but they came on a plastic headband and they came on from Etsy. Let me turn them around. And they look like this, but they came on a plastic headband that was so uncomfortable. Like, I got a headache wearing it for like 10 seconds. So I did two things. First, I painted the ears red with just some acrylic paint. I painted them red. They already were fading to black, ombre or whatever. When I got them, they were like a flesh toned and black. And then the horns were already black, but they were on a headband that I could not wear. So I saw on YouTube, after some furious fast searching, where they had put the horns on, like, I don't even know what you call that, on like one of these things, where you can kind of like adjust it. I don't know what you call that. And then we just got from Target some brown shoelace and this plastic piece. I got it off a drawstring bag from, maybe it's called a drawstring. Yeah. I got it from a drawstring bag that I found in the athletic department at Target. Craig drilled holes in my horns on either side and then on either side of the ears. And now I can put it on. So basically I can put them on like this. Lord of mercy. And I have like the little ears and the horns and I can kind of adjust them and you can barely see the little thing. And of course my hair is gonna be done and it'll hide, like it'll kind of be, my hair will be over the string. But the cool thing is it's like, I don't know if you can see this, but in the back there's like a little thing at the base of your head. It's so comfortable. I highly recommend, if you buy horns or ears or anything like that and you have to like attach it to your head, this is a great idea. Like, it saved my life. I'm gonna be so comfortable, and the fact that I can kind of move them around and angle them or whatever is so awesome. So that's one thing. The other thing I did to sort of incorporate some cool jewelry in my outfit is I found a gold pendant that's kind of organic shaped from Hobby Lobby, and then also from Hobby Lobby I got some metal spray paint like in the car modeling section, and I just spray painted this. And the way I did that is I left it on the packaging that it came in, and I took wine glasses with paper under them, and after I sprayed it I just kind of held it up and just went around, and then I turned the wine glasses upside down to balance it, and I just let it dry like that overnight. That way it wouldn't touch anything. And so I mean, if you kind of This is a very specific recommendation, but if you're ever in a situation where you need to spray paint something like that, it's kind of a funky shape, it was helpful to sort of balance it like this. So that's my jewelry. And then for my base layer, I have this body unitard thing. It's like see-through and sparkly, and I got it from, I think it's GS Love. It's just a website I found online. Obviously it's online, it's a website, but it's a dark color and it kind of looks like that on your skin, and it's kind of like a turtleneck all the way down to my wrists, down my leg. My initial plan was to wear this and then attach roses all over me, but that turned into looking so weird and just didn't make any sense with what I am, which is a bull. And so having all the like flowers was just kind of too sweet looking, and also it was a little awkward in certain areas to have lots of flowers, if that makes sense. So instead I'm doing this base layer, and then we took a dress of mine that was faux leather and just cut it up. Luckily it was a little bit too big, so I had room to cut it up. So this is the top, and basically the dress I had was kind of a high neck. It had this shape, but it had none of these cutouts, and all I did was use an X-Acto knife on my cutting board, and I just cut the little shapes out, and then we cut the top of the dress right under the breast, and then made like a little fringe. And then on the back, I cut the zipper out, and I glued Velcro using some glue that you can kind of get that glues, it's supposed to glue anything, like plastic, wood, whatever, glass. I used that, but I got a little worried that it was gonna come loose on the glossy side, so I stapled, because that's normal. I stapled the Velcro just to reinforce the bond, because once I put it on, it's kind of tight, and I really don't want it to be coming loose, you know? Which I'm gonna pack a few safety pins as backup just in case something happens. But so this is the top, and that's going over the sheer thing, which you'll see in my costume when I show you the day of. And then this is the skirt. I basically just cut this out with an X-Acto knife, and then we cut a fringe, and Craig actually did that part, and we did it with me wearing it so that I could see like where my thighs are and stuff, so that I could kind of do like have it coming down in the front and whatnot. And then of course when I cut the seams, like these seams, it kind of started splitting. So because I can't sew, I took Gorilla Glue tape, and I just put it on the inside of all the seams so that it would kind of reinforce the stitching. The main thing that I did that's pretty obvious when you look at this hanger is I spray painted the faux leather red, because it was black and I have to be a Red Bull. Luckily I did an ombre effect because one bottle barely made it, but basically there's in the fabric craft section of Hobby Lobby, you can get a bottle of spray paint that's for almost any kind of fabric, and since this is plastic technically, it stuck to it and it did a great job. Kind of just got a dark red and let it ombre and left the bottom kind of bare. I just did it outside and like laid it down. The last element is I made these little like hooves. So I found some scrap real leather at Hobby Lobby that I bought a bag of, and so I just cut like this shape out of it, and it has Velcro on this side and then that side so that it curves like that, and I basically put it on like that. And I can still use my hands to like do stuff, but you know, it looks like a little hoof, kind of. Little hoof. So, I mean, the way that I got the Velcro to stick is I used a glue, and it did great on this side because if you can tell, this is the bottom side of the leather and it's like got some texture to it. So that lets the glue adhere. But on this side it's so glossy that it wasn't sticking. So I took the Velcro off and I took an X-Acto knife and I just scraped. Hey. What's that? I don't want Neutrogena, what I normally get, but do they have like a Cure or something like that brand?
Okay, good.
Broccoli in my teeth. Yeah, and I'm trying to vlog. Trying to get it done quickly before she wakes up. cat food. Cat food and makeup wipes. That's it. Love you, babe. Bye. I just kind of scored and scraped the shiny side of the leather with an X-Acto knife to make it more like this side so that it has more texture, I guess is the word for it, the glue to bond to. And now it works great, and it's like a cool little hoof glove thing that I love. And I made a little notch so it looks like a hoof. I mean, if I have time, I want to go the extra mile and kind of paint in like a fake kind of like shine and texture and whatever to kind of make it look more like a hoof. But we'll see, because the con's in like a week. So the other thing I was gonna do to my top and bottom is glue little dark red stones. I just realized that I did not paint the shoulders, but that's okay, my hair will cover it. Little stones around just to kind of make it interesting. My sister is being the human form of Amalthea, and then my cousin is being the unicorn form of Amalthea, and I'm the Red Bull. So it's pretty cool. The fun thing about these costumes is that they're a little bit more creative, I guess. Like, you don't see these characters done that often as opposed to like X-Men. I mean, everybody does X-Men, everybody does superhero. I feel like with these costumes, you could be a little bit more creative and kind of out of the box. And so that's fun. I mean, we definitely poured our energy into that. And then with my Rogue costume, I've always loved X-Men ever since I can remember. I mean, I was on the playground pretending like I was Rogue. I remember the old 90s, 80s cartoon, and I used to watch that every day after school. And so now, you know, to get to be Rogue, I'm so pumped. For that costume, I got it from cosplayed.com. Quality is really good. It's really good. As long as you take your measurements and everything, it's gonna be great. And then I got some clip-in hair extensions from Sally's that are platinum white, and they're just 2 pieces. It's like 12 bucks, but it's real human hair, which is awesome. And so you just clip it in at your roots, and that kind of gives you the like white in the front. I'm not gonna go for the 80s hair, I don't think. I'm just gonna kind of do biggish hair, but it's not gonna be like a big puffy like bangs and then like the headband across the front, which I should totally do, but I don't know if I could pull it. Like, I don't know if I could actually do it. And plus, I just want to kind of do a more coiffed version, more modern version. So I'm gonna do the hair extensions in the front and just kind of have like the soft bangs or whatever, which you will see. And then my other plan, which may not work out, is I am gonna temporarily color my hair red, because for the bull I need to have red hair. And then for Rogue, I feel like her hair is reddish, especially on the cartoon. I don't know how this is gonna go, but I got the Clairol. It doesn't say if it's semi-permanent or demi-permanent. It's one of the two. But anyway, it's basically the one that doesn't have the ammonia, that you just put it on and very watery, and you don't mix it with the developer or anything. So I got 2 bottles of this. It's the Jazzing Clairol hair color, and I got it in the ruby red because I was like, it'll probably just soak into my dark brown hair and make it like a burgundy color, which is awesome and what I want, and that's my goal. If it's fire engine red, that'll be great. My biggest concern is that it'll just like not show up enough and not be interesting enough. Like, I want to make sure that it shows up and, you know, looks good. So I'll probably put it in my hair a couple days before and wash it so that it can kind of sink in and I don't have like the stained forehead and all of that. But that's my plan. We'll see how it goes. We're gonna be Rogue, or we're gonna be X-Men characters on Friday, the first day of Emerald City Con. And then we're gonna be Amalthea characters, or the last unicorn characters, on Sunday, the last day of the con. We couldn't get tickets to the con on Saturday, which sucks, but we're so excited to go on Friday and Sunday. So I'm really bummed. Oh, happy. Look, there's the camera. Hey, so we are in Seattle now and we're both sick. We've only been here like 2 days and we caught a cold, and so we're trying to make the best out of it. It's really not that bad, like we don't feel too bad. And I colored my hair red for my costume for hopefully tomorrow. I feel like going to Emerald City Con. We shall see. But we're like working on costumes, and I'm at my cousin's house in her bedroom slash studio, and it's so cute. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Kaylin's working on her Amalthea flower crown, making it glittery like she do. Oh my gosh, Dylan, you're making this a shaky video, baby. And then Kristen is making my shoes because I'm unable to do anything right now.
Isn't it so?
It looks awesome. Her dad made the wooden bottoms to the shoes out of wood.
It's like
with a CNC machine.
Streams.
Yeah, the black, of course, is the Red Bull, because, you know, black, of course, is the red. That makes sense. And then the purple and white is the Amalthea unicorn for Kristen, because that's a normal request of your 30-year-old daughter.
Yes.
And then we've got some of our, like, costume pieces hanging in the window. Kristen's Mystique costume and wig, which is so cool. She's like embellished it with a lot of stones. And then her beautiful artwork. And then her wig for Amalthea unicorn and the horn she made.
Sounds like shiny.
I know. And then Caitlin's dress for Amalthea human form. And then my Red Bull weird outfit hanging behind it, sadly. This is what committed people do.
What else would we do? Right?